Ready to put that tax return towards the purchase of a vehicle? The Team Automotive Group can help you maximize your refund's value. Choose from over 450 certified and pre-owned vehicles, with over 40 priced under $15,000. Stop by and save at any location or log on anytime to teamautouse.com.
Welcome to it, everybody. Let's call it 9:15 on a Wednesday.
Yep.
Midweek Wednesday. How are you?
Not doing too bad. The allergies getting me. Yeah, get in line with that one, right?
I mean, welcome to it. We're actually going to talk a little bit more about that this morning. Kelly Hubbard was doing a story. I mean, you talking about a timely story, talking with a doctor this morning about, why we're seeing what we're seeing. I mean, we kind of get an idea. We were dealing with record temperatures for a few weeks.
Yes.
Just everything up and down. And I mean, here we are right now, more like what we should be seeing in a still winter day, I guess, but we'll take the sun, just get rid of the allergies.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Yeah, let me know how that goes, I guess.
Because what I love, the doctors are going to tell you, the rain comes and flush it out. That's great.
Yeah.
But then the rain renews the, blooms and everything, and the process repeats itself.
Where's my
There's
bubble?
no stopping it.
Is there a bubble?
And the only thing about it this year is it's just been an earlier arrival.
Right, it's no different. You're right. It's just we get to play with it a couple extra weeks longer.
But look, today's weather is going to be really nice. Enjoying some sunshine today, which has certainly changed from what we saw yesterday. We had a good deal of cloud cover throughout the day, and temperatures are starting to warm up outside. We're checking in the upper 40s right now in Baton Rouge. So should hit the low 60s by lunchtime today, and I've got the high up around 70. So even though it's been a chilly start this morning, it's still pretty cool outside right now. We'll get up around 70, plenty of sunshine. Now looking ahead, here's what we're going to be looking at. A cold front moving in. Now we're talking about primarily late Thursday night and especially Friday morning. So the graphic you see right now, Storm Prediction Center has outlined basically from around New Iberia, Baton Rouge, Macomb, westward, along that line and west of it, a level 1 out of 5, marginal risk of severe weather. That is primarily early Friday morning. Now, if you scroll down a little bit more, Matt, that outlook does, I guess we don't have it in the web story, but that outlook, there it is. So I'm sorry, I have to jump around, and I'll get you to move here again in a second. That outlook, once we get to daybreak and beyond on Friday, much of the area is still under a 1 out of 5, but from, say, Morgan City through Hammond eastward, becomes a 2 out of 5, slight risk of severe weather. All right, back up a little bit there, Matt, and there you can see we're going to have some showers and storms moving in somewhere in the general vicinity of daybreak on Friday. I've gotten an updated model run since I posted that graphic a little bit earlier this morning. Came in a touch slower, but ultimately it's probably going to be within a couple hours, daybreak Friday. Showers and storms start to roll in association with that cold front you see. Probably continue much of the morning. The front will move through in the general vicinity of lunchtime on Friday, and then the rains will taper off Friday afternoon. It turns much cooler. How much rain are we talking about? That's what you're looking at right there. Generally speaking, near and north of the interstates, anywhere from about 1 to maybe 2.5 inches of rain. On average, it's pretty good soaking. Might see some amounts a little bit lower, maybe less than an inch as you get closer to the coast, but a good soaking is on the way. Otherwise, what you can see is today's going to turn out to be nice, a high of 70. Tomorrow morning is still going to be cool in the upper 40s, but up to 80 tomorrow afternoon. And then Friday we get the rain in the morning, the front moves through, temperatures will drop. So the 70 for a high on Friday is probably going to be very early. Afternoon temps could very well fall into the 50s. And then behind the front, the weekend will be much cooler. Morning starts in the low 40s. Highs in the mid to upper 50s. So scroll down a little bit, Matt. Let's check out the wearing of the green parade forecast. You're headed out there. I'll be out there. Now, if you're in the parade itself, you have to line up early, right? And that's going to be a chilly lineup, so prep yourself for it. Starting out in the low 40s, and even the parade itself, as it starts at 10 o'clock, it's still going to be pretty cool out. Upper 40s is what I've got right now. Climbing into the low to mid 50s as the parade itself winds down, but festivities continue, especially there in the Perkins Road overpass area, down Perkins a bit. If you're going to be out into the afternoon, gets a bit more comfortable. But I do expect a good deal of cloud cover Saturday. It's also going to be breezy. Keep that in mind. But maybe most importantly, dry at least, even with the cool weather. All right, back to the 10-day real quick, Matt, and we'll wrap it up. So once we get through a rather cool weekend, still kind of cool next week, even as spring officially begins on Monday. We'll get a chance of rain late Monday into Tuesday. And then after that, warmer weather looks like it makes a comeback late next week with also another shot at some rain.
You got a green jacket?
I haven't quite won the Masters yet.
Yeah, did they let you even take that out of Augusta? I thought there was a rule you couldn't, but then all of a sudden I started seeing everybody wearing that thing around. Yeah, I don't have one either. I'm going to have to scrounge one up for the wearing.
I did. I actually was on Amazon last night ordering
Were you really?
a little green sweater. See if it arrives on time.
Oh my gosh. All the sleeves, but like you said, dry. Cap, thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, let's focus in a little bit on some of the stories that are making headlines for you as you get going on that Wednesday. This broke a little bit earlier this morning. This is a long bit of surveillance from the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office, a drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here. They're saying this is about 5,000 pressed fentanyl pills, along with some Xanax, some other drugs as well. Guns, look at the kinds of guns they're pulling off the streets. They're saying this was days, weeks, and months, hundreds, literally hours of surveillance that led to this bust and the arrest of 3 people they say may very well be involved with potentially some overdose deaths here in our part of the world. If you want to see where this was found, what exactly was found, who was arrested, all this waiting for you, this story, again, WAFB.com, the 9 News app, you can find it as well. This was going on as well, and it still is, not the fire, but the investigation. House fire that BRFD is looking into. One woman home at the time, able to make it out fine before crews even got there. To give you an idea of where this is. This is North 27th Street, right here. So if you're familiar with, this is Acadian. I need to quit touching the screen. This is Acadian, that is 110. So right there, smack in the middle of the second curve of 110 and Acadian, that is North 27th. Again, she was able to get out, one person, before crews arrived. Now, how the fire start, FD looking into that, we'll keep you updated. Wanted to let you know about this as well. Pretty popular brand of vehicle out there, Honda recalling 500,000 vehicles. It's a seatbelt issue. Now, 500,000 vehicles, seems like a lot of vehicles that could possibly be out there on the road. What kind? Which ones? Some pretty popular brands, including the 2017 to 2020 CR-V. CR-V is ridiculously popular. 18 and 19 Accord, hello, and the 2018 through 2020 Honda Odyssey, the van. So the problem is apparently where you click the seatbelt in, the little gap in there could become loose over time, and it may not latch as well as it's supposed to. And if you get into a crash, all of a sudden you're not really buckled in when you think you are. So what's going to be happening is Honda going to be replacing the front seat belt buckle release buttons or the buckle assemblies, technical, if needed. So owners are going to be notified by letter beginning April 17th. But if you have one of these vehicles, you can start making phone calls now and just be in the know. Again, Honda recalling 500,000 of their vehicles, a seat belt problem that needs to be fixed. Aren't buckled in when you think you are. Kind of an issue. We were talking about this earlier as well. Get your laundry done and a health check at this event. So laundry and a free health screening. I don't know that I've ever seen an event like this, and we're told through the event organizers, first of its kind in Louisiana. Not happening today, it's happening this Saturday, so we wanted to put it on your radar. Where is it happening? I'm glad you asked. It is actually the Robin Street Laundromat. You know where that is? On Robin Street, right? That's in Scotlandville. They're going to do it from 10 in the morning to 2 p.m. this coming Saturday. So wash, dry, screen. Wash, dry, screen, a health screening as you get your clothes washed and dried. Kind of a unique event. Get it all done, one-stop shop. Why not? Again, it's going to be this Saturday. If you'd like some more information, because they do want you to register for this event, it could just be too many people showing up. You never know. They want to kind of get a ballpark idea of who's going to be showing up. Check out this story. It's right here waiting for you. Look for the big gold, yellow / box right there. Click there to register. All right there waiting. Why not? Health check and laundry. Speaking of health, how you doing, Snotty McSneeze-a-lot? Allergy season. I mean, it came out just swinging, like early, right? And we were just talking about that with Dr. Steve, PhD, wishing maybe he was MD right now. Prescribe himself some more powerful allergy meds. Get the steroids going. It's the real deal down here right now, folks. And it's we're used to this, yes, sure. But if it hits us a couple weeks early, we don't want anything to do with it. Callie Hubbard was live this morning, out in the mix with all the pollen. She got a chance to talk with some doctors about what can be done right now, maybe some meds you should have at the ready, what you should be asking for. It's waiting for you in this story right now, just like the allergies and the pollen is waiting for you when you open up the door and walk out. Sorry, South Louisiana. I know, right? Hey, how about this? Blue and gold, going dancing tonight. Southern women's basketball on the floor. They're waking up in California this morning. They're over there in Stanford getting ready to play in the first four. So they and fellow 16 seed, Sacred Heart, are playing tonight, 8 p.m. for the right to then move on to play the 1 seed out in that region, Stanford. Can they break some Sacred Hearts tonight? Again, 8 p.m. our time. If you're looking to watch it because you can't fly out there in that amount of time, you can do that. It's ESPNU. Southern, of course, celebrating their 6th SWAC tournament championship. Sacred Heart just won their conference tournament. This is the first time they've been to the dance since 2012. So we shall see. So a lot to look forward to. And oh, by the way, LSU and Southeastern para area teams, softball on the field tonight in Hammond, America. So there's a lot going on if you are going to be out there and part of it, which is kind of what we do here on the pluses. Hold on, wait for it. Wait for it. On the pluses, all the things right there, Dr. Steve Caparata. As you are, so yeah, we were just talking about it. I mean, it's the PhD, not the MD. Do you wish you could maybe prescribe some allergy meds for yourself right now?
I use a couple of nasal sprays that really keep things in check for me most of the time. But yeah, right now it's hitting me.
I'd say, man, like 10 years ago or so. Backstory, 10 years or so ago, I was at the doctor's office all the time, which is like, what is going on? And finally, my primary at the time, he's like, man, it's got to be, let's put you on an allergy like cocktail. And it's like 3 different things. And I used to lose my voice like 3 or 4 times a year. It's kind of a problem for what we do. Hello,
this guy too.
So he put me on this allergy cocktail of meds, and it's worked ever since. But I mean, you still got to, I don't care what kind of meds you're on, how many steroids you're taking, you're still going to get hammered by this stuff.
You go look at the azaleas around town right now, and look, I don't know specifically if that pollen is to blame, but it's certainly a sign of just how spring has just, exploded over the last several weeks.
It really has. Okay, couple football stories to make you smile here. One is a heartbreaking story with a good ending for some folks, but some football stories I want to let you know about. This is, do you recognize this particular fella right here?
Of course.
Come on, right? And
Justin Reed.
There you go. South Louisiana's own. And so there's a parade that's going to be happening for him, a little homecoming parade, if you will. First time he's been back since winning a title with his Kansas City Chiefs. So they're hosting a parade in Geismar to welcome him on back. It's going to start rolling 9:30 in the morning. Again, this is Saturday. Alexander's Harvest Market, you know where that is on Highway 73 there in the Geismars. The route is then going to end at Dutchtown High. Of course, that's his alma mater. Big celebration to honor him. People, LSU fans, as they watch their athletes go on and perform at the next level, you could pick any team, and it's going to be somebody's favorite NFL team from down here. LSU athletes are scattered all over the NFL. It's easy to root for NFL teams. There's just so many former Tigers.
What's the acronym? NFLSU?
NFLSU. That's exactly what it is, man. That's exactly right. Just so many going to the pros. It's fun to root for.
Yeah, so as you said, the other story we have football related. Everybody remembers the tragedy happened at the University of Virginia with that shooting. Well, some good news out of that to share with you this morning. Virginia running back Mike Hollins, Baton Rouge native, of course, made his return to the practice field on Tuesday. This was 4 months after he survived a shooting that killed 3 of his teammates. He suffered a shot in the back in November and spent time on a ventilator before leaving the hospital after a week-long stay. Tuesday was the team's first practice together since that shooting, and there were certainly some mixed emotions as they try to move on from that while still honoring the legacies of their lost teammates. And their spring game is just a week from today. But man, so good to see him back out there.
We were talking about it earlier. I mean, how many South Louisiana fans does UVA have right now? Everybody just rooting.
Yeah, and mixed emotions has got to be so right in this case, because it's got to be difficult for him and really everybody on the team. You want to get back to normalcy,
sure.
But being on that football field is a reminder of their friends and teammates that they lost too.
I mean, look, I played sports as a kid, and it's just kind of, it's supposed to be that place of refuge, that place you feel safe, and then when you step on the field, you're reminded of those you lost. But getting back to it, and the coach was talking about that renewed sense of kind of community and togetherness. So there's a lot of football fans in South Louisiana going to be UVA fans.
Cheering for them, absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, so this is what we're looking at right here, a whole mix of reality for South Louisiana when it comes to the forecast. Nothing to really worry about today. Going to be a good day.
Yes, this is our loop of graphics. It cycles on our cable station, on our digital platform. You'll see some different stuff. 48 degrees Baton Rouge right now. Still cool, but it's going to warm up to 70. Get ready for the rain coming Friday morning.
But as Steve talked about, dry.
Yeah, we can put on extra layers of green Saturday. It's going to be dry.
There it is. Y'all enjoy. See you next time.
The seductive styling of the 2022 Mazda CX-9 elevates your idea of what a three-row CUV can be.
Get 0% financing on a new Mazda CX-9 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.